There you have it at exactly 7 minutes past 8 p.m. Hello everyone and welcome to TTTT. My name is Amina Abdi Rabar. I'm not sure how many TTT I just say TT until I feel like I think I've said sufficient T's. That sounds like an accurate number of T's. Let's move it along. I hope you had a fantastic week. If you didn't, it's okay. The weekend is here. It has reached Tumefika. We made it. We moved rivers and mountains and leaked things, and it's just been a hectic week. And these are some of the things that trended this week. Kasioki stands accused of taking an insurance policy in his cousin's name, then killing him to claim the money. Do you have any words for that? Because I don't.
Mambo iangaliwe kama kuna nyumba yako inakaribiana na mto. Wewe uambiwe ni gharama yako kuhakikisha hiyo mtu imesonga kidogo. Lakini kubomoa nyumba is not a solution. Honestly speaking.
Why are Kenyans so impatient with the Kiambu governor's idea? Ama hapa ni kizungu ilimfix kidogo. Now, talk is cheap, as they say, but what of our MPs if at all they took a 10,000 bribe to shoot down the sugar report?
My brother.
Previously, in the last episode of Keeping Up with the Punjabians, Sonko gives Waititu a call to update him on his wife's arrest. Keep in mind, it's on record. Wow. As usual, the hashtag is TTTT at the Trend Live, so you send it all. Let's see who's going to be hanging out with us tonight. I know there's YY and then Butita. Hey, Butita.
Hi.
And then Anita.
How you doing?
Hey, Anita. Hi. Sasini, you guys are good?
Yeah, we are. How are you?
Yes, I am great.
Have you had any sugar of late?
Sugar? Of course. Of course. We eat cats, mercury. Like, it's only God. It's only God. And as you always say, of importance is
life and hydration.
Life. Yeah, so I think that's all. Why mambo ko poa?
Niko poa sana.
Mbona unakaa uko na baridi hivyo?
Nimefurahi sana kukuona.
Oh.
You're looking good, by the way.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. So now, following the ongoing crackdown on properties built on riparian, potato land, Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu got in trouble for making these pronouncements earlier this week.
Iangaliwe kama kuna nyumba yako inakaribiana na mto. Wewe uambiwe ni gharama yako kuhakikisha hiyo mtu imesonga kidogo. Lakini kubomoa nyumba is not a solution. Honestly speaking, it's such a big loss. Na tena mjue Nairobi beleni ilikuwa ni mashamba. Nairobi beleni kulikuwa na mashamba freehold. Na ndio umeona juzi ule mzee ameshikwa na drama kubwa sana, ule Mburu amewachiliwa.
Yeah. Okay. So I know you guys saw this story. Of course, it trended for like it's still trending till now. What are your thoughts about this? So now, Butita, I didn't know that this was possible, but I guess, you know, Kiambu governor knows best. So what are your thoughts on that?
I was struck by the word loss. When he said ni gharama kubwa, I asked myself, when we destroy nature ama tukifanya kitu yenye ina affect environment, pia ni gharama kivyake. Or am I lying?
No.
Oh, I thought it was a rhetorical question.
Ni gharama pia kivyake, ki destroy environment ama nini. So I think kitu alikuwa anamaanisha, maybe and we put right, is like maybe zinaitwa canals. When you build close to the river or next to the river, you build a canal maybe, so that image kikuja hakuna vile inakuwa affected in any way, unakuwa na floods na nini. Lakini sasa akasema tutoe river, tusongeshe ikuwe gharama ya mtu. I think anawanda hata ni kwa nini tuko na River Road na watu bado uko hapo.
Manze. You know, I actually thought it was a joke because I first had an audio recording of it. And I was like, you guys, labda alikuwa anasema mtu, songezeni mtu. Like nilimtetea nikasema hapana. I think because I don't know, that has to be like the oddest of suggestions I've ever had. But why? So to Songeze River, like what do you mean? Like as a whole governor, how do you say that?
Okay, what I think is, first of all, I like Waititu on that. because Waititu is one funny guy. And sijui kama alikuwa anajua hata yeye kitu kama ni realistic or not. But I like him for this reason, that Waititu, we all know that alikuwa anafanya hivyo to safeguard interest ya bibi yake kuna mahali amejenga. So Waititu, for protecting your wife's interest, thumbs up, bro.
Aye, but if you wanted to protect his wife, how about ask her not to put the building in that place in the first place? Because I mean that would save her these losses that he's talking about.
The building is already there.
In fact, now that
before she
Anita
put the building there, so maybe they should look at where all this is starting from. The people who allow these buildings to be there in the first place, the people who are either bribed or, you know, of their own volition, say yes, actually you can build over here. Those people should be looked into as well. But then if a building is coming in the way of where nature is supposed to run its course, it should be removed, or it should never have been there in the first place.
now that
So
you
I
brought
agree
that
with
up,
Butita, maybe he meant the canals. But
no.
either way,
No,
I mean, the building should never have been there.
Now that I was trying to tell you, now that you brought that up, now defining Governor Sonko's record, you may need to be a little specific because there are very many records. So take a listen to this audio that we have.
Haya.
Bwana, wewe unakukuta vile tumezunguka Nairobi na wewe.
Sawa my brother.
Na bado tunaenda mbali. Hakuna kitu tunaenda. Bado tunaenda.
Hawa wengine upigie mdosi. Wacha mimi niwachilie mama.
Hiyo watu wote waachilia mimi.
Hiyo ni order from above. Mimi nawachilia mama. Hiyo mama anavunja sheria. Hiyo order itoki kwangu, inatoka kwa mdosi huko juu. Wewe pigia mdosi. Halo?
Ate?
Pigia mdosi.
Nimpigie mdosi wa nini na wewe?
Lakini sasa order imetoka juu.
Why were they leaked? Why were they? I'm so confused. I have very many questions.
Housewives of Nairobi County.
First I think
Nairobi Diaries.
By the way, Namjue, I don't know if Anita you stopped, but you used to record all of your phone conversations, right?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying when I saw this story. No, I had to stop at some point because now I was no longer working in the newsroom. But anyway, the phone calls that were on my phone that were recorded, unless I let somebody have them, there's no way you can tell me that it leaked by mistake. How did it get into someone else's hands? Paka, there was a recording of the actual phone of the conversation taking place while the person is on speaker. That's a whole other story. I mean, it's just, it's unnecessary drama. It honestly felt to me like I was watching Love and Hip Hop Nairobi.
Like it's a reality show.
Like I was like, what is this, guys? And then you're selling yourself out. You're showing us how much impunity actually exists.
Amina.
Yes.
I think when dealing with Sonko, you need to be careful. Hata Waititu akipigia mtu kama Sonko, akitaka poa angeongea tu kama Raila. Aya, nataka wachilie bibi yangu. Na watu walikuwa wanajenga, wacha watoke.
Kwa sababu, but you see guys,
Sonko anaweza kuanika. So lazima kuwe mjanja. Na ni juzi tu alikuwa amevurugana online hata akimwambia Waititu stay away from Nairobi County affairs, really.
I think it just...
Lakini it also shows the level of impunity kimpango, because they were willing to let the wife go free. Okay, sijika alitisha bond. Na kuna watu walikuwa naambiwa hao hawezi achiliwa.
There were like 40.
Juu maybe hao juani ama nini, unaona?
Yeah, that's what I took issue with as well. Well, I mean, I think that everyone should just have their day in court. And the same way the president said that he lost friends, we should all just lose friends who are corrupt. Sindio?
Yes.
Why?
But I think to me that was very uncivilized. Number one, we all know Sonko is working. From what we have seen, PR zote, vitu zote, we can attest that Sonko has been working. But Sonko has been trying to prove to us too much that he is working to a point that is becoming uncivilized. Kama hiyo kurekodi simu sasa kiukweli kweli. Sonko kuna miaka ngapi jameni?
Unajua hizi maswali zingine mnaulizanga, mimi ushindwa kama nitabaki na hii job. Na ninaona, you know what, let's just take a break here, right now.
Niko na simu pia mimi.
We might be back or not, I don't know. But I didn't say anything. Me. Welcome back. Now, in what seems like a season of leaked phone conversations after appearing on this week's one of the shows on the other stations, there was a leaked conversation that's said to be a recording of Kotu's Secretary General Francis Atwoli and his second wife. It leaked after he made these pronouncements.
Na kwa shamba uweze ongea kwa simu.
Nilikuwa natoa mboga kabla mvua inyeshe. Nilikuwa nataka kutoa suja.
Maybe you are just looking for how you will answer.
No, I was not.
Mimi nilikuuliza, are you running in the forthcoming election?
Yes, I would wish to.
Then mimi kitu nataka ufanye. Sitaki tukosane kama last time, Ureallocate mapema.
Ni reallocate aje? Why?
Tena utarudi hapo.
Ni reallocate aje?
Because me, I have told you as my wife, you can't run.
Francis.
That just sounded like we were completely eavesdropping. I don't know if it's the season of leaked conversations. I don't, again, know why people even have the app on the phone, because it's normally an app and then it records.
Sometimes you need receipts, Amina.
That's true. When people deny.
People will deny something.
And they said, I didn't say that. You're like, oh.
I'm sorry. 2 minutes, please.
Have you seen,
MP3 received.
Have you seen waheshimiwa saizi? Leakage ilitoka high school, ikaingia kwa waheshimiwa. Ndio maana siku hizi wana pass bills.
That was a nice one. That was a nice one. That was actually really good. I liked, but I feel like you guys don't understand why do they leak? How do they, like, is it your PA? You know what I mean? Like, aren't you careful? Why did it get here? Why?
Kuna story ya PA, Amina. Phone call ikileak, kuna kwa gana mtu ameleak. Mmoja wao, huyo mmoja tu amepigiana. Sana ni mtu cheza safe. So unasikia tu phone call ujue ni mtu mmoja ameleak. Ikonanga story ya PA.
Because you can't say ati ilitoka tu kwa simu and I don't know how it ended up in my WhatsApp group and then all of a sudden everyone has it.
But I want to appreciate this woman because ni kama enda amelikata hii video because ni yeye anadhulumiwa. And if you listen to the conversation very well, you would realize that who dem amekaliwa sana. This woman, if you listen to it from a humanity point of view, anateseka. You're married to somebody who doesn't want you to be with somebody else, doesn't want you to do your own things. They are very insecure, they are very possessive, but they also can't take care of you. Wanaume tafadhali, please. Please, let's take care. If you want to be with somebody, don't possess somebody that you cannot nurture. Tafadhali.
My God.
Why?
That's one of English yoyote, but it's okay.
That is why.
That is actually really good. Yes. That's fantastic.
Are we all clapping? Do we have to clap? Yes. Because it is true. But I like that you're a guy and you saw it and you said it.
Because when you read the story, she's not being taken care of anymore. Because she chose to run for political office, he wants nothing to do with her. She's been asked to move out of the house and she has kids. So she's like, where am I supposed to go? And then he'll be on air talking about how expensive the things he has are, the things he does for his new wife, when she's actually still suffering. So, I mean, surely, I agree with what YY says.
And you know, Amina,
yeah.
If you listen to mpaka mwisho, kuna mahali this woman is saying that you're not taking care of your kid anymore, you're not paying school fees, not even anymore, you don't support the family. It's because unapata mingiza mtoto, you're having issues with your wife, you're having issues with your partner, but you're trying to drag your kid into it. It's kind of some blackmail. And then the Kotu Mzito hataki demu yake prosper. They're feeling very insecure that ukisprosper utamshinda na something, utakuwa mwanaume, you will also have a say. They want to step on you mpaka. Now listen very carefully, women. Don't marry somebody because you want to accomplish a need. Don't marry somebody because umemzalia. Don't marry somebody because una feel very stable. Don't marry somebody because you're aging.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to get married.
All right. Yes. And with those wise words from Dr. Love, I will move it along. Bujita, do you want to say something? I felt some type of way commenting about this because it's private. But what do you think, Bujita?
Mekwa keen vile Atwoli amekuwa anaongea. Atwoli is a dictator. Ati anamwambia relocate. Yule dem anamwambia vyake anamwambia hapa ni kwangu.
Kwanza anamwambia reallocate.
Ndio kitu amesema. Ati Poma ni ya mwanaume. I think your attitude.
But I mean, he's the same. I feel like there's no difference from when he's on the microphone, when it's Madaraka Day, or when he was on phone. So
yeah, that's true.
But sometimes unafaa to bring your soft side. Yeah?
I mean, I agree, but I just feel so uncomfortable with it. I feel like it's so private, like they should have discussed. Again, I don't even know how this got to the world. But what we can talk about is this story. Now, I know that you've seen YY, I bet. Mona was saying, manze koma 3, Nokwapo wame preach. And if you're familiar with the concept of preaching, it's like there's an unwritten rule that injili kisha, watu wanatoa sadaka. This preacher in this video doing downs, this was his reaction after he got a whooping 1 Kenyan shilling.
You can't. How comes you can give me a man of God when you utasimama kwa mwili wako na uombea ukiwa ndani ya shimo na nusu mchanga wa kwanza kwa mwili wako? That is satanic. A man of God nasimama kwa saduku, mama yako mbali, baba yako mbali, madugu zako mbali, makazi ni mbali. Mimi niko kwa saduku ni upili na nichota mchanga wa kwanza nirushe juu yako, waleze marafiki zako baadaye wakuja wafunike wa mali.
Lakini of course mse mwenye alimpatia hiyo bob pia anajua alikuanga tu anajua Kenya anafanya. Because hakuna vile unaweza patia mtu bob alafu tena ufikiria hata jam aje.
No, but Amina, you're told to give what you have.
I also have standards.
Si ungesema kabla uingie hiyo matatu.
Amina,
where was this? Down to the private jet. See, that was also a preacher.
I know.
Yes,
you give what you have.
We talked about it here. And then they also, he was specific with the plane that he wanted. So this guy is also standards. He's like, sadaka less than 10 bob or 50 bob ni laana. I don't know.
You're like Satan.
No, but
he
don't
was
you
so
think
emotional.
that guy was provoking him when you give him a shilling?
No, but you see, Amina, maybe that's what that person had. Do you know, there was a time when by the time I'm boarding the matatu, I only had my fare. That's it. To get me home, and then from home, I'll figure out the next day how I'm going to go to wherever it is I'm going. So maybe this person, it was the same situation. What they had with them was enough to pay for their fare home, or if it was work or wherever they were going. And whenever somebody preaches to you, the same way if you went to church, you're told to give what you have. Aside from tithe, which is 10%, your sadaka, you give what you have. So maybe this person had 1 bob. So you now can start judging this person and saying, because you paid the matatu 20 bob, how can you give me 1 bob? Maybe in total the person had 21 shillings. These pastors of these days, their standards are too high. They need to decide if they're going to spread the word or they want to make money.
Amina,
yes,
I understand this guy. Where is coming from?
Can you
imagine you're competing against people who have jets?
Exactly.
You're competing against people that have
How
churches.
are you competing?
Shilingi moja nanunua land wapi? Shilingi moja nanunua sword. But you know these people are lucky.
I'm trying.
But at least hao watu wako lucky wali. Mimi kuna siku preacher ameingia kwa basi akahubiri. Alafu nilikuwa nasikiza. And they don't want you to listen to something else. They want you to concentrate. So nilikuwa kwa earphone akaniangalia. Kaniambia kijana, uko na talanta sana lakini hauendi mbali.
Tulikuwa naye by the way.
Tulikuwa na Butina by the way, umetoka wapi? Kisumu, Bondo.
No way. Kwa sababu huko unamsikiza.
Lakini mimi namuelewa.
Amina.
Yeah.
Kwa Bible kuna story ya ule mama mzee mwenye watu walitoa masadaka wakatoa pesa vitu mingi. Alafu akatoa yende alificha hata kitu alikuwa nayo akapeana. Alafu ikasemekana ametoa yote yenye alikuwa nayo. Yende alikuwa mjeni. So kama mtu alitoa shilingi, hiyo ndiyo alikuwa nayo, ni sawa. Lakini alikuwa anajaribu pastor.
I know.
Hiyo ni story nyingine. Alafu secondly, as a preacher, the main agenda should be the word that you are preaching, not what you are getting. Unaona? Umekam kupreachia wasee wa prosper, njia zao zifunguke, nini? Si ati ni job wamekuita tupreachie tukulipe. Nasikia kuna wengine hata mkitoa mabop mnaonyeshwa mlango ya Sunday school. Watu wamekuwa wabaya hii Nairobi.
Apana, but you know the way they say, there's that saying of if you have nothing to say, don't say anything at all. It's almost like if you are going to give me this 1 shilling and it was going to get me riled up, then maybe you shouldn't have given me anything. I bet kuna watu wakutoa. Mimi naona ni kama alifanya tu kuenjoy. Na venye sasa mshaka jam, that's the reaction.
I can imagine vile Kathy alikuwa anaona pastor kwa Instagram, anaangalia anaona huyu atakufa na kiu.
Why do we always have to end on such awkward notes? Let's just take another
We don't know if that person had more money or not. I still think this guy should stick to just preach, spread the word, and stop getting emotional about money.
Ukitoa 200 utapigiwa simu na Asha kuongeleshe. Ukitoa 1000 nitakupigia mimi mwenyewe.
Yeah, it's like a business.
Yeah. Toyo shilingi moja na tukutoyata kwa church to like that story dies. What do you guys think though? Was he or she wrong? #TTT at the Trend Live. Let me know.
Tonight, I cannot say the owner because that will have to search. Of course, today we've come to look at the encroachment.
Well, we can and will say who the owner of the former Dolphin Hotel is. Also tonight,
the drugs I'm taking are quite expensive.
Patients across the country suffer from huge bills as hospitals make a killing.
From 700 to 35,000. How much? How? Even if it's a profit.
Plus, ODM leader and the deputy president shake hands at a burial ceremony. But what more do they share?
Sasa jameni, tuachane na mambo ya vyeo, mambo ya vyama, mambo ya uchaguzi, mambo ya viongozi.
Salameni uhuru, jenga daraja. Salamini na Ruto, najenga daraja.
Also tonight,
issues of bringing out matters you may be discussing indoors to the public domain. But I think these are issues that we should be looking at so that there is respect communicating between a county government and another county government.
Council of Governors Chairman reproves Nairobi Governor for leaked phone conversation with his Kiambu counterpart.
All right, let me take a look at some of the tweets that we are getting. Moses Njeri says, Uhuru should also lose his two friends. Sonko and Ohiti too. Okay. There's James Kamau who says, we need to be very careful when making calls and texting. Someone's listening or watching. That is very true. Then we have Black King who says, but on a serious note, preaching shouldn't be a business. It's a calling. So if he's in it for making cash, I guess he deserves what he got. Let me see. We also have, why do we have preachers kwa matatu? I don't get why action has not been taken to get rid of them. I just want to travel in peace, and someone's busy shouting about hell and giving offerings, which is true. Kotu hapo. Utashindwa, kwanza it might be what you're going through. Then they're telling you how to do nini. Joe says, Edibutita giving reference to the Bible makes me feel like he's about to ask for sadaka. It's true. Tutampatia Bob Savage. Bidan, I'm not surprised preachers can now set standards and demand how much will go to their pockets. And we thought politicians were the worst. Let me see the last one. This preacher is not real. You give what you have. We have time for one more. Okay, sadaka one bob. That's an insult. All right, so that is really what a lot of people were saying.
Wait, I mean, I have something to add to that. Someone else has also said here, how do you give a bob to a man of God? Shame on them, to all who give less than 50 shillings. You know, it made me realize in the midst of reading these tweets, people think everyone has money. You're under the impression that a shilling means nothing.
Yeah.
You know, there's
To
some
you.
people, believe it or not, that 1 shilling means a lot. And for them to give that, that is honestly all they have.
Not
So
all
for
of us,
you,
huh?
from your position of privilege where 50
But
shillings
you
or
see,
less is
Anita,
nothing.
say I'm a preach kutoka Tao.
But Amina, it might be what the person had.
40-50 bob.
Kwa matatu kuna wenye wako na do, kuna wenye hawana.
Sijakataa,
You can't
lakini
assume
nasema
everyone there
usipatiane
wako
tu.
nayo.
Shilingi moja kunipa ni madharau.
You know,
Sio madharau, to someone that's a lot of money.
No, it is. I'm just saying, but
Amina.
Yes.
Huyu jamaa anakasirika sana because fare yake ya kurudi ilikuwa hapo ndani. Ilikuwa kwa hiyo sadaka na haikukambo. Ameenda mpaka kwa Wangware sana arudi aje town.
Wanabebwa bure.
Manze atembe.
Amebakisha 29.
Atarudi kule na kuna kitu hawezi preach
has to
tena.
pay fare because they stand the whole
Unless ata
time.
preach tena.
Okay,
Na unaingia ngo wakitoka.
Ati
So
anaingia wapi?
intention yao ni pesa. Sio preaching.
Listen, so now it's very difficult to dispute a theory that our country may be on sale following the allegation of contaminated sugar in the market. A committee chaired by Honorable Kanini Kega was formed to probe the matter. Now, a report was prepared, but then there was a scandal that members of parliament were allegedly paid as low as 10,000 bob to shoot down the report in the August House. Thoughts, because 10,000 shillings.
Something that someone said. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to read what ANC leader Musalia Mudavadi said, because when I read this, he actually just said what I was thinking. So he faulted the National Assembly, arguing that it had betrayed the trust that Kenyans had placed in the elected representatives. As usual, they let us down. Anyway, so then the National Assembly showed shameful display of complicity. Its action has emboldened sugar barons, aided evasion of tax, and flies in the face of anti-corruption. It has condemned cane farmers to servitude and killed the hope of reviving the local sugar industry.
Exactly.
I was just like, thank you, full stop.
Yeah. This is something that could possibly kill. Why? You know what I mean? Like, and there's a time I think we were talking about, I think it was off air, when we were saying how manzeka kuna vile watu wanaweza iba, lazima waibe, like you can just take a little if you really have to steal. You know, like you can't steal from, you know, like the needy, or, you know, maybe an organization that is, you know, helping those who have, you know, diseases. I don't know. I feel like kuna zile tu labda kama ulikuwa unataka sana kuiba, labda sawa, but 10,000 bob, I don't know. It's very embarrassing. For an honorable, for anyone, but for an honorable member, definitely embarrassing.
Amina,
I feel bad for the farmers.
Niko na feeling kuna vitu zina feeling kuna vitu zinapelekwa parliament, labda ndio watu wa make tu pesa. Yani kuna vitu tunasikianga kwa news saa nyingine, kumbe end game ni watu wabraibiwe, bill ipitishwe ama kitu fulani ifanyike. Because that's not right, because mtu mnyonge ule mwenye anaumianga hapa atazidi kuumia simply because kuna mtu anaweza ilipia ama anaweza fanya kitu fulani. Okay, this is it. If the people involved were genuine, they were not guilty, tungesikia tu your story to the end. Hakuna haja ya kubribe kukat hii process yote. Hii inaonyesha kuna mtu ana makosa mahali anaweza kuwa anajaribu kufunika.
Now, Amina.
In short, if you are an MP, that GK means government of Kenya. As in, wewe ni serikali, fanya kazi. It does not mean greedy Kenyan. Usijaribu kuwa na tamaa.
How do we know we leave this building alive?
How long were you waiting to use that?
Nimesema it means government of Kenya.
Butita
it does not mean that.
Butita is very spontaneous. That's creative, Butita. Now, Amina.
Yeah.
This is what I think. Nothing good. Let me ask you, have you ever realized that nothing good comes out of our legislative government? Nothing. There's never good news. Akunanga ati majamaa umesikia 1,000 youths wanapata job next month. Ni umesikia sukari inapanda. Umesikia mafuta itapanda next month. Umesikia sijui bei ya parking inaenda kuwa thao from this other time. Now these are our leaders. We chose them to represent us. But look at what they are doing. That is kuchukua kwanza 10,000 Kenya shillings when mheshimiwa. If you have to take a bribe that will make people forget about the bribe incident. No, kumbuke hiyo pesa ulichukua. You know, like right now we can't remember anybody mwenye alipatikana kwa scandal ya NYS, but we can remember 700 million. Take something that can represent you. Take something that tuache.
Why? It is called the 10th parliament.
To be honest. And you're right, Anita, I'm also thinking about the farmers, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sad. it's really,
as in our sugar industry is practically dead, and instead what our legislators are doing is taking 10,000 bob drives, and we would have never found out about it unless some of them said no. So the ones who said no are the ones who eventually got the story out. I mean, this Kenya, who cast us and then died?
I don't know. Also, this story was another one that I think shocked very many people, right? So now, this one has to be one of the saddest stories from this week. Evans Masaku Kasioki is a former insurance employee. He had taken a 10 million bob cover for his nephew Eric Makau Musyoka. He was aged 27 years old. And another one for a million bob at a separate insurance firm. He is then accused to have killed his cousin to benefit from the insurance policy. I think
these days, crime for profit. Do you watch Criminal Investigation? There's a lot of that happens.
At the end. Go on. Sorry, Anita.
Oh, there's a lot overseas, at least, that used to happen a lot. When you watch Criminal Investigation, you'll see a lot of stories where an insurance cover was taken out for a particular person and the person disappeared shortly, or they turned out dead, or something in those lines. So when you read the story, it's actually extremely sad. This was a poor relative of his. He went and took out a very expensive insurance policy only paid one premium, and then as soon as the nephew was dead, he goes and starts demanding this money. In fact, what raised flags was the way he was asking for it with so much urgency. So you ask yourself, really, how much is our life worth these days? You'll go and kill your relative because of money. I mean, that's just the saddest story I've read in a very long time. And it keeps happening. In fact, if you see one of the stories I read, the Nation website, insurance companies are actually concerned because of how often this is beginning to happen, where people are taking life policies on relatives or whomever, and then shortly after the person disappears. So it's actually very scary.
But I thought I had never heard of it here.
I've heard about it overseas. This is the first one I heard of over here.
Yeah. And it happens a lot overseas. But here,
inakuwa inafanyika. Hii ndio ya kwanza kuja kwa news labda.
You're right.
Siku hizi watu wameanza kwa wanyama sana. Kuna vitu watu wanafanya unashindwa, kwani hao ndo watakuwa live milele? Unafanyaje mtu kitu kama hiyo?
Now you see, Amina,
maisha.
Sai maisha imefika point yenye you cannot even tell your next of kin that is your next of kin. You see? Like the incident that happened. First of all, before I say anything, I would like to pass my sincere condolences to the bereaved, to the family members, friends, that innocent life
Eric Makau
that didn't deserve to pass through here unyama. And I don't support what happened. It's a sad incident, and I don't think kuna kitu ingine naweza sema apart from na wawish sana marafiki watulie wakuwe na moyo mkunjufu, and the Lord awape a warm heart.
Yeah. So now there's also this picture. Butita, did you want to say something? Okay.
Isiishe tu hivyo tena.
All right. So kuna hii picha yenye niliona, so there was this lady recording the proceeding at the Murang'a University graduation ceremony, but she was using one of the tablets that were issued to class 1 pupils in the infamous laptops project. Do you guys remember?
Yeah, I remember this.
So there she is, confidently using it.
That's a woman with class.
Hata angeipaka rangi.
Hey,
amebeba tu hivyo hivyo.
Surely.
You know, confidence. You know, I wasn't even surprised. But I saw it and I was like, but why should we be shocked? Some things that happen in this country are just like, of importance is hydration. Let me know those things Njugush does when he could does himself like this when he's giving a point. Are you surprised?
Sorry,
let's not blame this woman.
How do you
amebeba laptop ya watoto wa class 1. Labda hapo ndo shule yake iliishia. So amebeba laptop yao.
Ama pengine kwa class 1.
Pengine kwa class 1. Pengine ni gumbaru. Jamani,
class 1.
Ni gumbaru.
Basi mara ya kwanza vitu za serikali zinaibiwa.
Yes, I was just like, oh well, here we go again.
Also, I see you. There's someone online who said, clearly the shilling is weak. That's why. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye. I've been told we have no time. See you at 10 o'clock right here on TV. Bye. Bye.